Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final race of the inaugural season of the Marble Racing League Grand Prix. As always, I've been your host, Dan Thalamus, owner and operator of the league's main sponsor, Dan Thalamus Productions. Before we start, as always, I'd like to give a few thanks to our sponsors, both the like and subscribe buttons, as well as my latest video game, Endless Chaos: Hordes of the Afterlife, now available to purchase on Steam. Link down below in the description to purchase. And a quick couple notes on how this season has worked before we begin the final race of the Grand Prix. Each team has entered 2 racers into the Grand Prix and have alternated racers every single race. How they placed in each race has reflected on their starting position up to this race, excluding the half-season reset, which has already happened. Points have been given based off position. If a team wins 2 consecutive races, then they will be awarded 5 points. An additional 5 points, I should say. And that has yet to happen this season. The only person now eligible to do that is Happy for Team Happy Go-Getters. At the end of this race, 3 trophies will be awarded. The winning team of the Grand Prix, the winning individual team of this season's Grand Prix, and the winner of this race is also going to be getting a trophy. For only 10 racers were allowed to compete in today's race. Rest in peace for the Ghoulie Ghosts and Team Spartacular, for they are not competing in today's race. So, a quick look right now. We're going to look right at our standings for the season. In first place overall is going to be the Yellow Sparks, coming in at 62 points, followed by the Happy Go-Getters at 60 points, and then Booster Blue with 57 points. Though it is pretty much anybody's race if there's a DNF, as always, but it is definitely looking to be between those 3. As it stands right now, it is very much looking that Jolly, the other racer for the Happy Go-Getters, is going to win the individual for this season. Now, Booster Blue is also still contender to win the overall season. However, as a team, they are starting in dead last coming into this race after a rather embarrassing performance by Blue's teammate, Boost, as he DNF'd quite early in the race last week. This race and the final race of the Grand Prix is going to only be a 4-lap race, seeing how it is a much longer track, and it is going to be a long lap time, averaging around close to 2 minutes per racer per lap. 4 laps, 10 racers. The green flag is up, and they're off. It's going to be kind of a slow start to this Grand Prix final race, but they will get underway quite soon. It is a very long track with a lot of banks and turns, and it has taken a lot for the racers to get here. It is anybody's race between the Happy Go-Getters, Yellow Sparks, and Booster Blue. Though, barring if some team manages to disqualify themselves, it could fall into position that that any of these racers could still win. It is kind of up for grabs, I believe, for 4 or 5 teams for the winning team of the overall Grand Prix. Draco looking to take an early lead over Happy in this race. We'll see if that lead holds out. It is going to be Happy following Draco, Comet not too far behind, and then Sparky. And there's a nice little advert right there for the Endless Chaos: Hordes of the Afterlife, which is available to purchase on Steam, as I mentioned before. And it's looking to be Happy's looking for a move on the inside. Is he going to get it? He's bumping Draco out of the way, and Happy is going to take the inside off of Draco, putting himself in the lead on this first of 4 laps in the first ever Grand Prix final. And it is looking to be Sparky now for second place, bouncing off with Draco, going for that, but no, he's going to run into the wall, and Happy's going to keep his first place positioning. Coming out of the corner, we're going to see if it is still Happy, followed by Draco, Sparky, Busy, and then Comet. Now looking at the scoreboard, it seems to be that Blue is in next to last place for Booster Blue. That is not what they need. He has a lot of work to do in this race if he wants to have a chance for his team to win this year's inaugural season of the Marble League Grand Prix. Happy pulling away with it a little bit in this first lap, followed by Draco, who's been Team Dragon Racing, has had a pretty good performance in the last race or 2. Coming off from a very rough beginning, though, and it is looking to be Happy is going to be the first one into the teleporter for this first lap. Now we are entering in the second lap of 4. Keep in mind, this is a shorter race in terms of lap count because of how long it is. They have not much time to make up a lot of space. Happy already into the bank, and then that is Sparky and Draco. Sparky looking to make an inside move, and he did, and it is now going to be Sparky in second place, followed by Draco, then Busy, followed by Comet, Big Red rather. And there they go. I believe that was Comet that we just saw on screen, not Jolly. For Jolly, yes, Happy's rather, is already well into the bank of this turn. He is really pulling away, trying to give the Happy Go-Getters a chance to win this season. Should a tiebreaker happen, there are rules in place. Though it is looking like Sparky is trying to make a move and make up as much ground as he can for the yellow Sparks, but a second place finish is not going to be enough if the Happy Go-Getters get that first place. And it is going to be, looks like Happy is already out of that initial corner. Then Sparky just trailing behind, trying to make something happen so that he can catch up to Happy. Busy in third, Big Red in fourth. That's an impressive performance by the Speed Demons. We haven't seen much from them this season. Looking at the scoreboard, it looks like Blue, Roger, and Heads and Comet are at the back half of the pack. That is not what you want to see from Booster Blue. It very well... Oh my goodness. That was a massive hit off the wall for Happy. Now you see if they get too much speed on this track, they will indeed fall off, which will be resulting in a DNF in the grand finals of the Grand Prix. That is not something you want to have happen. Now, Happy and Sparky are pulling away with it. They represent the number 1 and 2 teams in this year's Grand Prix. However, the Happy Go-Getters are currently second overall, and the yellow Sparks are first overall. So this is quite the performance from Happy. There comes Busy at the top of your screen, and then Draco. And look at that. Happy just tearing away with it, trying to get a better angle for you guys. There he is, going into the bank already. Sparky has made some ground on Happy in this penultimate lap of the Grand Prix final. Like I said, this is going to be a shorter race. They have had to do a lot to get here, and it is a longer track, and a lot can happen on this track. Even in testing, many marbles would fly off the corners on corners such as this. Can Happy keep his ground? He does. He is just fine going into it. But Sparky is really trying to make a move and catch up to Happy. It is going to be a close race between these two teams who are battling out for the Grand Prix finals. Either of these teams, who if one of them wins, the other will lose. That is how it is going to be overall. And Sparky trying to make a move to the outside, not quite going to get it. Happy blocking him. This is a very close race. Sparky is bouncing around. I'm sorry that we're focusing so much on these leaders, but they have a very close race on their hand. Happy, who had such a great lead not one lap ago, is having contention from Sparky as we enter in the final lap. Happy first into the teleporter, followed very closely behind by Sparky, though he did not get as great a start as Happy did going into the initial bank turn. We are on the final lap of this year's Grand Prix finals. Like I said, it was going to be a shorter race because of how long of a track it is. I did not expect it to be this short of a race, though. Happy and Sparky really tearing it up on this track. Happy kind of bouncing off the walls there. Same with Sparky. What a performance so far from Happy, though, for the Happy Go-Getters. There is nobody even close to them in third place. Busy is miles behind on this bank. He hasn't even popped into frame yet at the top of your screen. And it's looking like both of them are going to finish the bank, and they're still... There he is. There is Busy, barely showing up on screen just now. Can Happy survive this corner one more time? Many a racer has fallen off of that in testing, and it looks to be Happy is just fine, and he is pulling away with it. It is his race to lose. He is looking to win the inaugural season Grand Prix final and the overall for Team Happy Go-Getters. What a performance from this season from that team. And he is pulling away with it on one of the last major straightaways. Sparky is going to have to make up some serious ground on this straightaway and pray that Happy hits a wall too hard. Happy bouncing around. That's not what you want to do going into this corner, for he very well could fall off the map. And there he is. And it is looking into one of the next to last turns that it is going to be Happy. Sparky making up some ground. Is it going to be enough, though? Happy kind of bouncing around. And it's going to be... Happy has done it for the Happy Go-Getters. And oh my goodness, Sparky just went off the map. Oh my goodness. I did not think we'd see that happen today. I am trying now to get you the rest of the racers on this map. Here's the rest. Oh, we have another DNF. I'm not quite so sure who that is. That looked to be, I think, Heads. Yes, it was Heads from Hedgehog Racing. And now it's looking like Busy. Draco finished second. Busy in third. Big Red in fourth. Another DNF from Big Red. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but it is going to be the end of the race right there with Roger. Wow, that was a finish. That might knock the Yellow Sparks from finishing in 2nd place overall. Blue managing to finish in 6th because of some last lap DNFs. That was an incredible finale for our grand finals. Now I'm going to come right back so we can do some quick calculations and show you guys the winner of this year's inaugural season Grand Prix. Alright folks, the results are in, and my goodness, it is not really surprising if you've watched the season thus far, but it was an impressive performance by all teams. First, we're going to work our way backwards for the 3 trophies, and I will be handing out a gold, silver, and bronze medal. So starting with today's race, which obviously you can see that the results are no longer on that scoreboard to the top left, so hopefully I will have a UI up for you guys to view. But today the top 3 finishers were, in 3rd place was Busy from the Buzzleberries, their first podium since the very first race. They are getting a bronze medal for that. Well done, Buzzleberries. In 2nd place was Draco from Dragon Racing, an impressive last 2 races from Dragon Racing. And in 1st, as we all know, Happy got that Grand Prix final. He won the final race, and it did help point wise. Also, by doing so, they are the first team and racers to be awarded an additional 5 points for winning 2 consecutive races. Now, moving on into the individual, where this does matter. Now, looking at the individuals, it's kind of unfortunate if you look at the bottom down there, looking at Big Red bringing in 0 points for the Speed Demons this season. They did have a rough season. However, those 5 points did change something. Originally, it was going to be Twinkle coming in with the bronze medal at 34 points, and several at 33, and one at 33 and several at 32. However, because of those 5 points that were awarded to Happy finished the season with 37 points, bringing him in at the bronze medal of 3rd individual on the season for most points scored as an individual racer. Coming in at 2nd was Sparky from the Yellow Sparks at 40 points, and to no surprise if you've been watching, Jolly did indeed come in 1st with 43 points on the season. That is 2 individual winners from the same team in the top 3, the Happy Go-Getters. Now coming in for the team, the real big trophy, the winning teams of this year's inaugural season of the Marble Racing League Grand Prix. Coming in 3rd was the Yellow Sparks at 62 points. That DNF did cost them the 2nd place finish to Booster Blue at 63 points. And Booster Blue only managed to get those points because they managed to pass Roger at the last second or somewhere in the last lap. Now coming in at 1st is no surprise. It is indeed the Happy Go-Getters with a grand total of 80 points on the season. What a performance it was by the Happy Go-Getters. And that is this season's Marble Racing League's Grand Prix. I really hope you guys enjoyed and liked this. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you want to see it again, hit that like button a little harder and comment down below. And maybe I'll do a season 2 and more to come from Denthalamus Productions in the future. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Peace.